And through this drive, we get to practice most of the things that will be tested on our driving test. For example, safe stopping distance behind the car ahead of us. Even if people are speeding, it usually just means that they speed up to the next light faster than we do. But we all end up stopping at the same lights. Hey, it's Jacqueline. A lot of my driving students ask me for ideas about where to practice driving. And the easiest way to practice driving is to put yourself out on the road and to start with a long, straight road. So take a look at a local map, grab your favorite car coach, and set out for a long straight drive like we're gonna do. On a long straight drive, you can practice lane position, traffic scanning, speed control, and safely responding to hazards. For example, as I'm making this left turn, I got to notice that the left turn arrow went away. The green circle popped up, which means left turn yield on green. I got to pause safely in my position and then make my turn when it was safe. Those are all things that take a lot of awareness and evaluation to know what to do. And when you're a new driver with so many things going on, it can take a little bit of time before that feels comfortable. So to build up your comfort, you have to do the practice. Choose your neighborhood long straight road and just go and practice responding to all the things that are going to happen. I'm on a road called University, and I'm driving west from the University of California, Berkeley, and I'm going to go all the way down to the marina, down to the water. The speed limit on this road is 25 miles per hour, and my job is just to practice noticing potential hazards and responding. Even though my light is green, 4 different pedestrians crossed the road, slowing me down. I yielded. I didn't come to a full stop. And then when the light turned yellow, I got to continue through and continue going straight. So I'm just learning to balance. Even though I had right of way with the green light, I have to be flexible and I have to balance my route with the safety of potential hazards, even if those hazards are doing the wrong thing. I just wanted to pop in and give my highest recommendation to the Zutobi driving app. They've helped so many of my students who are feeling anxious about the driving test to do the final prep they need to pass the permit. Zutobi has simulations, additional content, videos, everything that a new driver or a parent needs to help guide learning to drive process. If you're looking for a great resource to help you or someone you love prepare for their permit, the Zutobi app is where it's at. Choosing a long straight road is a good idea because then you can just settle in, practice scanning ahead, and really settle into your steering as a comfortable guiding of the car. You learn by going straight that you don't really have to work too hard with the steering wheel. You just use your thumbs to guide the wheels straight. I learned from someone who rides horses, one of my students, that when you're riding a horse, the saying is, hold the reins loosely. The horse knows the way. And I think that relates to driving a little bit. You hold the steering wheel loosely. The 4 tires know the way. You just guide yourself straight. And all the way down this road, I'm practice checking my rear view mirror. I'm scanning ahead, tracking my light and any potential hazards. And this car is here to play with me a little bit. Of course, I thought they were going to park in that spot, so I was planning to gently go around them, but then they changed their mind, and that's okay. I think I just said that my goal is to be flexible. And so on this long straight drive, we don't know how I'm going to be tested, but we know that I'm going to get a little bit of a workout in my driving practice, just responding to whatever comes my way. Especially with teens that are required to do the 50 hours of practice with their parent or guardian, it's really important to think about how those 50 hours give teens the opportunity to practice with somebody else next to them that can help them understand the nuances of driving, the little things that they can do to keep themselves safe. So if you're a parent helping your teen learn how to drive, or if you're an adult helping a friend learn how to drive, try to help out by choosing places that are comfortable and safe, but also add sort of typical driving challenges that the driver will face once they're alone in the car. So as we're driving down the road, we're just scanning and noticing signs. Our speed limit is 25, and we're practicing taking a long straight road and just responding to safe driving, all of our lights, scanning for potential hazards. And through this drive, we get to practice most of the things that will be tested on our driving test. For example, safe stopping distance behind the car ahead of us. And the way that I'm practicing that is just by looking at the left tire of the car ahead of me. And I want to make sure that it sits just beyond my windshield wiper. And that's the perfect perspective for 7 to 10 feet, or another way to say it is adequate space behind the car ahead of you. One thing we'll get the opportunity to notice on a long straight street that's 25 miles per hour is that not everybody else will be driving 25 miles per hour. It is the maximum speed. We're not supposed to go higher than 25. But it's quite common for people to speed on long straightaways. So we're going to stay at 25 in the right lane. And we do that as a courtesy so that if folks want to speed, they have the left lane. The general rule is slower traffic keeps right. And sometimes that even means people who are driving the speed limit. Running a driving school isn't easy. Between high operating costs, managing student requests, and delivering top-notch instruction, it's a lot. Zutobi Instructor helps smooth out your day-to-day operations with features like automated scheduling and online payments. You'll also get our best in the nation in-class and online curriculum with engaging videos, immersive driving simulations, and more. Driving schools all over the country are already making the switch and loving the results. It's super simple to get started. Visit Zutobi.com to book a demo or click the link in the description. But what we usually find is that even if people are speeding, it usually just means that they speed up to the next light faster than we do. But we all end up stopping at the same lights. In general, traffic moves forward at a similar pace. There's really nowhere to go. So staying the speed limit is just an easy way to make sure that you'll be able to respond to hazards and that you won't get a ticket. I chose to make a left lane change there because there was a little bit of backup because of the right lane. But I'm going to go back into the right lane in case anybody wants to pass me on the left. I'm committed to driving the speed limit, but I don't want to slow down other traffic because that might aggravate people. So I really want to follow the rule of just being a nice addition to the road. And now that we're in a more open area, the speed increases to 30. Even though there's no speed limit sign, we just know that because we remember when we're studying for our permit that residential and light commercial areas are often 25 miles per hour, but more open roads are 30. And up ahead, we see that 30-mile-an-hour zone to confirm the feeling that we were having. On this long, straight road, we got to experience dense, light commercial traffic with lots of pedestrians. Now we're getting to experience a little bit of higher speeds on more of an open road. And now we're going to navigate a traffic circle. I want to continue straight, which is to the left. So I'm going to pick the left lane to stay inside the circle. And then when I exit the circle, I'm going to indicate to the right, letting everybody know that I'm cutting out of the circle. And now I'm back into a 25-mile-an-hour zone because there are playgrounds, and this is an area where there are more pedestrian traffic. So I hope that this practice drive inspires you to open up a map and find a long, straight road in your community that you can drive down just to practice going straight. Going straight on a long, straight road will give you lots of different experiences and lots of practice adjusting to your environment. And the more time you take practicing, just like with any sport or musical instrument, the better you will be. Thanks for checking in to practice today. Have a great rest of your day.